Ever wondered if a dream property could suddenly turn into a total nightmare because of hidden debts? Well, today we are tackling a high-stakes topic that every current or future property owner absolutely needs to master: uncovering hidden property liens, right here in Stanislaus County. We're going to demystify the whole process, break down the county's digital tools, and show you exactly how to navigate their public record system like an absolute pro. Welcome to the Explainer.
Seriously, imagine finally finding that perfect parcel of land, or maybe the ideal commercial building, only to discover way down the line that you've basically inherited someone else's unpaid taxes or messy contractor disputes. It actually happens a lot more often than you'd think. But today, I'm inviting you to become your own title detective. By the end of this explainer, you'll be armed with everything you need to discover these hidden liens in Stanislaus County, literally all from the comfort of your own home.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. First, understanding property liens, then navigating county resources, executing your lien search, avoiding common search mistakes, and finally, clearing liens and getting help.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, Understanding Property Liens.
So fundamentally, what is a property lien? It's basically an encumbering document. Think of it as a legal claim against a property made by a creditor, whether it's a tax lien from the government, a mechanics lien from an unpaid contractor, or a judgment lien from a lawsuit. The property itself is essentially being held hostage as collateral for a debt. Having a crystal clear understanding of these encumbrances is absolutely crucial. Why? Because these debts can literally stick to the property, even after ownership changes hands.
Now, what's really fascinating here is how the roles completely flip depending on the type of document you're looking at in the county index. In your standard given-receive documents, like a grant deed where someone is selling a house, the seller transferring the property is the grantor, right? And the buyer is the grantee. But with encumbering documents, like the liens we're hunting for, it is the exact opposite. The property owner who actually owes the debt, the one putting their property up as collateral, becomes the grantor, and the creditor to whom the money is owed is indexed as the grantee. You're going to want to keep this in your back pocket. It's the secret key to searching the index later on.
This brings us to a really interesting legal concept: the delicate balance between public access and individual privacy. The public recording system exists to protect innocent buyers through something called constructive notice. Basically, the county has to make these records public so buyers can verify a clear chain of title. But because we live in the digital age, privacy is also a huge deal. This balancing act is exactly why California state law dictates that you can search the index metadata online for free to see if a lien exists, but the actual, substantive document images, those are hidden behind a paywall or require a physical visit to the county office.
Moving right along to Section 2, Navigating County Resources.
You're going to be working primarily with two distinct county departments here, and it is vital not to mix up their roles. First, the assessor's office. They're responsible for tax assessments and parcel maps. This is where you go to find your assessor parcel number, or APN, and basic property characteristics. The clerk recorder's office, on the other hand, well, they're the official archive. They maintain all the recorded land transactions and deeds. So the clerk recorder is where you'll actually be searching for those lien recordings.
Within the clerk recorder's online portal, which is known as RecorderWorks, you have a few main avenues of attack. It's brilliantly set up like a digital toolkit. You can search by name, which is your primary method to find liens linked to a specific person or business. You can use the document type dropdown to isolate specific encumbrances, like an abstract of judgment. Or you can search by APN, which retrieves all recorded instruments linked directly to that specific physical tract of land.
All right, let's get into the practical side with Section 3, Executing Your Lien Search.
Here is your 3-step operational protocol. Step 1. Always begin at the assessor's public inquiry page, or use their ParcelQuest Lite integration. You'll enter the street address to verify the exact spelling of the owner's name and grab that unique assessor parcel number. Step 2. Take that confirmed data right over to the clerk recorder's website and launch the RecorderWorks portal. And finally, Step 3. Execute your query. You'll enter the owner's name, and remember to format it as last name space first name, or just punch in that APN to see what pops up in the index.
Let's see how this builds on that grantor/grantee flip we talked about a minute ago. This indexing logic is so critical. If you're searching the index to find out if an active lien was placed against an individual, you must look for their name as the grantor under encumbering document types. That means they're the debtor. However, if you want to verify that a past lien was successfully paid off and resolved, you need to search for a release document where that exact same owner is now listed as the grantee, meaning they are the party being released from the debt.
Now for Section 4, Avoiding Common Search Mistakes.
Here are the biggest hidden traps that amateur detectives often fall into. First up is forgetting the temporal index rule. The recorder's index is strict, guys. You have to search the exact year a document was recorded. For example, a mechanics lien filed in 1989 simply won't appear if you're only searching the 1993 index, even if that debt is still totally active. Second, don't assume every single lawsuit automatically hits the property records right away. This leads directly to the third mistake, neglecting the Superior Court portal. You should always check the local court system for active civil cases or unrecorded judgments against the owner that might, soon become liens. And finally, as we touched on before, do not expect to see the actual document images online for free.
Just to reinforce that last point, because it's a big one, the online system is bound by strict state law regarding privacy. The free online system on the RecorderWorks portal only provides the index metadata, so that's just the names, dates, and document types. If your search reveals a lien and you actually need to read the terms, you have to either purchase the document through the portal's shopping cart or physically go down to the clerk recorder's office on I Street in Modesto to view the images on their public kiosks.
And finally, Section 5, clearing liens and getting help. So the crucial takeaway here is that the recorder's office is a completely passive archive. A super common misconception is that the county can just remove a lien for you. They literally cannot. If your investigation uncovers a lien, step 1 is that you or the property owner must contact the creditor who filed it and settle that debt directly. Step 2, once it's paid, that creditor must execute an official release of lien document. And step 3, that release has to be formally recorded back with the clerk recorder to officially clear the chain of title.
Now, while the assessor and the clerk recorder provide the map to uncover these encumbrances, and this explainer has armed you with the vital research skills to read that map, remember this very important disclaimer. This is absolutely not a substitute for professional legal advice. If you uncover a complex lien, a break in the chain of title, or a really difficult creditor, a legal expert or a title professional is the one who truly guides the way. Always consult a property lawyer for specific, complex title issues. By mastering these digital tools, you are taking a massive step to safeguard your future property investments and take true control of your real estate journey. So, I leave you with this. What hidden history is waiting to be discovered in your property's records? It is time to log on, check the index, and find out for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy hunting!